DEI has been in the news for years and it's been rightfully blamed for a lot of injustices and a lot of people feeling that they're not getting a fair shake in America these days. However, DEI is the distraction. It's not the real problem. I've been a lawyer for 30 years. My name is Eric Dixon. This is the Capital Shrugged podcast, and I'm going to explain in just 2 minutes what the real issue is. Yes, DEI is bad. Affirmative action is bad. Unfair treatment is bad. Unfair competition is bad. But DEI is the distraction that distracts you from thinking and realizing what the real problem is. This is why you're not getting hired. This is why you're getting fired instead of someone who's got an inferior job performance and inferior credentials. It's because of political cronyism. It's not enough to be good at your job. You get hired and you get fired because someone else is making a decision, and sometimes they will keep an inferior colleague over you because they're trying to keep their job. So it's a case of whether you are good enough to help the person who's making a decision keep his or her job. And your being a good employee may actually work against you. The real issue here is political cronyism. You could have the smartest African American man, a triple amputee. He could have every uh, box checked. But if he's not a political crony, he has zero chance of getting hired. So it's a case where just being a member of a certain group that you think is getting an unfair break, that's not enough. Those people are sometimes as discriminated against as you are because they're not political cronies. What DEI does is it gives a veneer of legal protection to allow people who can't say, oh, we're just going to hire our friends, we're going to hire people with whom we agree with. DEI gives them cover so they can say, well, we have to increase representation of certain groups. They're high in the real agenda when they talk about DEI. They could care less about those groups. It's all about getting in specific people and then having a defensible process. A lot of people in so called favored groups have no chance of ever getting hired because they're not cronies. It's as simple as that. If you look at how political machines operate, where hey, you got to know somebody, you got to be a friend of a friend, and sometimes give a lot of cash to people in small bags or big bags, as the case may be. It's that type of rigged process. Fairness, merit, none of that matters. It's whether you play the game, a crooked game, and it's whether you're a crony. DEI and affirmative action have been blamed. They are wrong policies. They are harmful policies, but they're not the problem. They're not the reason you're not getting hired. This is Eric Dixon. Thanks for joining a Capital Shrugged podcast.